Good morning, everybody. How is everybody out there in Facebook land this morning? Welcome to my Coffee and a Card on Sunday mornings. My name is Julia Green. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in the northwest corner of Connecticut, and we've been having some weird weather here. It goes from hot to cool, but today's a warm one out there anyway, and it's going to be a sunny one. So thanks for stopping by. If you're out there, say hello, so I don't think I'm talking to myself. So this morning I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of a suite that's going to be coming out here in I think next week. I think this becomes available in July, but this is called Perfectly Pears, and this was something that we were able to pre-order. And as you know, as demonstrators, we get to pre-order some of the stuff so that we get to play around with it a little bit before it actually goes for sale for you customers. Most people think of apples in the fall time, but this year Stampin' Up! Has done a set with pears, which I think you're really going to like. We also have the sweet sale going on right now, and that is good until the end of July, so you have a few more days where you can take advantage of the sweet sale. So if you buy any sweet in any of the catalogs or online, you're able to purchase another one at 50% off. And as demonstrators, we were also able to take advantage of this sweet sale while we were doing pre-orders. So I took advantage of the sale. Everybody likes a good sale, right? Everybody likes a good sale. So I have not opened this yet, so I'm opening it right now. And I'll show you. I store my framelits in the package with the stamp sets. So I end up with a lot of these empty envelopes. If any of you guys have any use for these empty envelopes, please pass that along, because I do have a lot of them. I do put them back in the envelopes if I'm going to resell them and sell them after I'm done with them, but a lot of them stay in my my collection, so I have them left over. So this is how I take my stamps. I take these the clear piece of cellophane off of them, and you can use this for shaker cards if you so choose. I don't like to use it because it's too thin. I like our clear sheets better. And then Stampin' Up! Very nicely prints a thing inside the stamps, and then I just put them in there. This is a two-step, what we used to call a two-step stamp, where you can stamp the image and then like an outline, or the outline and then an image, whichever you choose. This one has some really nice sentiments in it as well. And I love the images. And then the dies have the dies that cut out all the images that you can stamp, plus there's a few extra die images in there as well. This particular suite uses some of the new in colors, so you guys will like that. All right, so I put that there, and then I put my dies over on this side, and that's how I store my stamp sets. So that's the stamp set. Oops, no, wait a minute. This heavier piece of cellophane I put over top of my stamps. There we go. Now it's all set. This particular suite comes with this. I couldn't wait to open this ribbon, but I didn't have time before I went live. So this is an old olive ribbon, and I don't know if you guys can see the shimmer in this ribbon, but it is called, let's see, it's a mossy meadow and gold. So the gold threads kind of go through the mossy meadow. Can you guys see that? It is so pretty. And it's the same on both sides, so you guys know I like that for making bows. So yeah, really, really pretty ribbon. You'll like that. I love it because I love Mossy Meadow, is one of my favorite colors, and it's very pretty. And then we have some really pretty sparkly dots that go with it. These are called low profile sparkly dots. Now the reason I think I like where they say low profile is because they lay flat. And if you're a card maker like me and you like to send cards, you like the dots that lay flat. So we have them in Darling Duckling, Mossy Meadow, and the ink that we're going to need is Secret Sea. And Secret Sea is kind of like a dark bluish gray. It's really a pretty color. So that's those. And then 12 by 12 DSP. You guys are gonna love this DSP. Look how pretty this is. So we have that one there. We have pear prints on one side, and then we have regular print on the other side. This is that Secret Sea. Isn't that pretty? Good morning, Chelsea. Morning, Chloe. Then we have this one, great for scrapbooking. Like pretty much all your stuff is done. You just put a picture in the middle and you'd have a beautiful scrapbooking page. And then look at that pretty pattern on the other side there. Good morning, Patricia. And we have pears. And on the other side, we have just some green foliage. And the pears are colored so pretty, watercolored, so pretty. They have lots of dimension. And then we have this pretty pattern here with the flowers, with the pears. And we have just flowers on the other side. And then we have this one with the pears. And this time the pears are like a, I don't know pears, so I don't know what kind of pear this would be, but I do know I see pears in the grocery store this color, so. Not sure what flavor they are, but. And then we have that fun pattern, and then we have this piece here with the pears. And this time the pears are cut, which is kind of cute. And then we have Darling Duckling on the other side with that same cross pattern, but it's not done perfect squares, like the lines are wiggly. All right, so we're gonna use that piece right there. We're gonna do just a quick card here. So I've taken, you guys know me, if you guys have not bought this yet, these dies, I don't know what you're waiting for, but these textured rectangle dies are my favorite to work with, because you can just take a few simple elements and really make a really, really pretty card. So we're gonna start with Secret Sky this morning. And that's going to be our card base. And I do have enough materials here to make two, so I'm going to make two of these at some point. And then we're going to layer this layer on top here. This was the other side of the fun pears. Okay. We're going to put this down like this. Right there in the center. Now, you know me, a lot of times I would have layered another layer underneath there, and I actually think I will layer another layer underneath there just to, I think it would even make it pop even more. So now I've cut out using Petal Pink one of our layers, and then we're going to put the pears in the center there. So let's go ahead and mount the pear piece in the center of our textured rectangle there. Now, I posted cards with this same layout earlier this week using another suite that is going to be coming out shortly too. So check out my website, or check out my Facebook page. I did post, oops, got a little piece of glue there. So we're going to put this right in the center, just like that. And it's hard to get it in the center because those little lines, oh, jeez. The little lines are squiggly. So you have to kind of not pay attention to the lines and really look at your paper. There, that's a little better. Okay. Morning, Linda. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Sandy. All right, then I took, there's a couple small rectangles, and this one, I don't know if you can see, it has stitching around the outside edge. And we're gonna go back to the stamp set, and I like a good friend is a gift. So let's grab that. Let's mount that up. And I'm hoping it fits on here. Looks like it will. Yep, it does. All right. And I do believe that a good friend is a gift. All right, so we're using up a piece of dimensionals, cutting around the outside edge there. And we're gonna put this right down there, but I think I might grab that really pretty fancy ribbon. And let's see if I can get, let's do a strip of adhesive across there. And let's see if we can get this to go wave back and forth. So we're just going to go back and forth with our ribbon, kind of like that, and lay it down on our tape there, and then we'll have a piece go up like this. Cut that at an angle. We'll go back to the beginning piece, cut that at an angle. All right, and then we'll lay this right over top. And then let's grab those dots because they are really pretty. And I think I'm going to go with the Secret Sky ones. I'm going to put one on here. We'll do one up here. And then we'll do 3 little ones somewhere. So let's do one in there, one, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. Let's do one over here. There. And there you have it. Now, because we used the Secret C, we can't really write on the inside. So I grabbed, before I went live, I grabbed a piece of Darling Duckling. Let's grab my cutter here. And let's do, that will be 4 by 5 1/4. And let's put that on the inside. That, and then I have my little strips of paper that I always have left over when I do the 4 by 5 1/4 with the DSP. And then I'm just going to put that across the bottom like that. So there you have it. Quick, easy, simple, okay? Then we need a little envelope. So you could either put some more of the DSP on the envelope, or you could stamp on the envelope. Let's go ahead, let's stamp on the envelope and see how this is gonna look. So I'm gonna stamp the Pears with Mossy Meadow. Grab some ink here. Mossy Meadow. Let's go ahead and stamp Pears with Mossy Meadow down here in the corner. And then there's the insides of the pears. And let's stamp them with Darling Duckling. And now the insides have a little shadowing going on. Ah, look at that. They look like pears, and the stamp did all the work. I didn't have to do any of the work. Isn't that cool? Now, there's also, I think there's the leaves for that. Is there the leaves? No, there isn't the leaves for that particular stamp. So, but there is the leaves for the bigger pear. And there's leaves for the bigger pear. But there is not a stamp for the smaller pear. So, we'll just leave it just like that. How's that? You could come in with your Mossy Meadow Stampin' Right marker and just give it a little highlight, or blends. Maybe the light blends would be really pretty in there, just to give it a little color. What do you say? Let's see if I can find my light Mossy Meadow. This might be it right here. Yep, look at that. Perfect. Let's give it a little blends. This light one. Let's just give it a little color first. Oh, it looks like I need a new light Mossy Meadow here. There. All right. And I like that so much that I think I'm going to stamp that on the inside of my card. Let's do it again. So, if you guys are a demonstrator, you already know that you could have took advantage of the sweet sale. But if you sign up as a demonstrator right now, you get the demonstrator deal of, you know, for $99, you get to pick out $125 worth of stuff. Plus, you could have took advantage of the sweet deal. So, look at that. Fun. I am going to have a lot of fun with this sweet. I know it, because I think these pears are stinking cute. And this paper is gorgeous. So, there's my card for you this morning. Hopefully, I didn't take up too much time of your Sunday morning, but thank you so much for stopping in and being patient with me for my whole change of things. If you're looking for a fun kit, look at this one. This one is the next kit. So today is, you have till July 10th to order this kit, okay? So if you want this kit, get your paper pumpkin order all set up. I have mentioned the album retreat that's happening in July, where you can buy the kit and then you get invited into an exclusive Facebook page where you will get to assemble 12 two-page layouts. So I haven't bought my kit. I'll be honest with you, I haven't bought my kit yet. I've been so busy, but I am going to try doing this. And one of the reasons I'm going to try doing it is because I'm not going to be available the times that they are going to do it, but I will be able to go back into the Facebook page and do it on my own time. So if it's not, you know, if the times don't work for you, that doesn't even really matter, because you'll have exclusive access to this Facebook group, so you'll be able to go back in and do the pages at any time. So I am going to do it. So it's on my list of things to do this week, is to order the kit for that. Don't forget, you have a few more days to do the sweet sale. Like I said, I bought some sweets, and I was very excited that I was able to extend my money even more and buy more. Everybody loves that. We're all on a budget. I get it. I was listening to the news. My husband listens to the news every morning, and he had the news on this morning, and they were talking about how groceries have gone up 3%, which for those of us that, you know, groceries are probably a thorn in everybody's side, but I know things are expensive. So if you can stretch that buck, why not, right? Take advantage of a good sale. We all like a good sale, right? Okay, so there's my card for you this morning. Thank you so much for stopping in. You're gonna love that Mossy Meadow ribbon. It is so pretty. Um, and don't forget those dies that come in with the textured notes. They are so fun, and it just adds, like, this card is so simple, but those little details around the outside really add just so much to just a real simple layout. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping in this morning. I'm looking at my upcoming schedule, and it looks like I might be starting to go live on Tuesdays, where I used to do my Friday night lives. I haven't figured out an exact time of when I'm going to do it yet, but that will be announced hopefully sometime tomorrow. And so if you're around Tuesday, you could stop by Tuesday, because I will be doing a Tuesday live. I think I'm going to do some fun fold cards, because I haven't done any of those in kind of a while. So I think that's something that I'll be doing. Yeah, I think that's all I got. So have a great rest of your Sunday. Get out and enjoy the sunshine. Some good old vitamin D. And yeah, and I guess that's all I got for you. All right. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. Stop by Tuesday. And again, if you can't make the times that I pick on Tuesday, you can always watch me live at your convenience. Just go to my Stamping with Julia page. If you need more details on the suite sale or becoming a demonstrator or anything like that, you can find the information on my Stampin' Up! Page, or at any time, feel free to contact me. All right, guys, as always, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll all be stamping together real soon. Have a great one.